Hello, San Diego. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. Boy, what a fantastic day it was here in San Diego. Our daytime high right where it should be at 66 degrees, 67 the 30-year average. The big number, though, on that board is the actual rainfall so far this year, basically 7.5 inches. That puts us basically 3 inches above where we should be, and I will take that, and more rain on the way. The other number to look at is the 42-degree reading for our overnight low. That's a little bit chilly. Supposed to be at 51, but 42. And it's going to get colder as some cold air is coming into Southern California. We've got a winter storm watch for all of the mountains of San Diego County. That starts on Sunday in the afternoon and lasts through Tuesday in the early morning as some very cold Canadian air is heading our way. And we have a wind advisory from the Imperial County line all the way through the mountains. And we will see windy conditions all the way out to the coastline. Just because there's the blue stops right there doesn't mean the wind suddenly stops. We continue to see the winds make their way into the foothills. Around the county today on Friday, we saw temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, low 70s in the inland microclimates. Today is definitely warmer than what we're going to be seeing as we make our way into Saturday, and forecast temperatures are going to be considerably cooler, especially in the inland microclimates, where we'll barely get into the mid to low 60s pretty much everywhere, and the mountain temperatures stay in the low 50s to upper 40s as some much cooler air and cloud cover starts to make its way into Southern California. So temps cool down and the clouds increase throughout the day on Saturday. Rain and mountain snow starts Sunday early in the morning or late Saturday night, depending on how you do things. If you stay out late Saturday night, you will see some precipitation. If you get up early Sunday morning, you will see some rain or snow. Cold, with snow levels dropping down to 3,000 feet by late Sunday into Monday, and some very windy conditions, 30 to 50 miles per hour out of the northwest once the front passes over us. Taking a look at current conditions in San Diego, currently we're looking at a 57-degree reading. Winds are calm, so we're not really seeing any activity yet. Everything's going to flip in the atmosphere on Saturday into Sunday. Now, if you're able to get out and do some surfing on Saturday, you'll find some pretty good conditions. The winds will start to pick up a little bit, and it won't be nearly as sunny in the afternoon. Surf running 2 to 4 feet out of the west-northwest, rip current risk in the moderate range, but check out the tides, how little they change. The high at 3:30 at 2.8, coming from that low in the morning, a 1.2. So 1.6 feet in tidal change. That's not going to make a huge difference. So the cold air is in place over the Great Basin. It's 27 in Truckee this evening. We'll see all that cold air start to settle and make its way southward. And as it does, that'll bring those snow levels way down through much of Southern California. The Big Bear Lake will also be seeing some snow at this. So if you're going to be making your way up to, say, Snow Summit, Bear Mountain, Snow Valley, or over into the San Gabriel's Mountain High, they'll be making a lot of snow, and they will also be getting about 2 to 4 inches. It looks like the focus of this storm, though, on Southern California will be here in San Diego. So here's the area of low pressure. Here's the high pressure that's been giving us the really nice weather conditions. But notice it's shifted a little bit more, and now the flow digging down out of the north. And that's why we call this an inside slider. Instead of the storm coming in off the Pacific, it's coming down out of Canada on the inside and will slide into Southern California. It'll pick up moisture out over the ocean, and then that will start to wrap in around the cold air. And with this low digging southward, it'll focus on Southern California and San Diego, and as it moves through, we here in San Diego could see about 4 to 6 inches of snow down to 5,000 feet. Down to the 3,000 foot level, maybe about 2 to 3 inches. That means even into the eastern parts of Alpine. Another low sitting out in the Pacific, but this is the high that replaces that inside slider low, and that will give us some slightly warmer temperatures as we make our way into the second half of the work week. Looking at how the rain's going to come in, you see how it's kind of sporadic, and then we get widespread as we go into the afternoon on Sunday. And then the next wave with the colder air settles in, and that brings the snow into our mountains, and some pretty heavy snow at times in the Palomar Mountain area and the Mount Laguna area. And then the rains taper off as we go throughout the day, and then we start to see some clear. Here's your rainfall totals, and you can extrapolate this rainfall into snow totals. So as I said, about 3 to 6 inches above 5,000 feet. about a ½ inch as we make our way out towards the coastline. So some pretty good amounts of rain that will add to our total, which we're ahead of. And I mentioned the winds picking up, and watch how they start to increase throughout the day on Saturday into the evening. And then as the front comes on shore, you see the wind switch and go onshore. We see some very windy conditions from the coastline, especially over the mountains and into the deserts. Here's your 8-day microclimate forecast, and the rain starts to arrive late Saturday night into Sunday, lingering into Monday morning. We start to see some clearing and temperatures warming as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, very close to where we should be. Inland, you could touch into the 70s, and there's the snow in the mountains, and then we all start to dry out. That's a look at your extended weather forecast. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus.